interpersonal skills. Having proficiency in these skills not only helps you excel in your professional world, but also in maintaining and building successful relationships. So these skills define how well you can interact, interrelate, and cooperate with people around you, and how well you can adapt to the situation and adjust according to that. So, most of the conflicts arise in an organization is due to insufficient and unclear communication of information. No matter how hard you work or how many brilliant ideas you have, if you are not able to communicate with the people around you, it absolutely you are going to suffer in your professional life. Most of the times, not only in your professional life but also in your personal life. So it is very important for a person to enhance and harness these skills to have a smooth and successful career and those relationships. So let us see how we can enhance our proficiency in these kind of skills. But before that, what these skills are and how we can learn these skills. Body language, listening, and the ability to diffuse in the situation and to understand and how we have to talk according to situation with the person in different kinds of moments. Like we need to see to whom we are talking with, and most important thing, being helpful to the other person. Firstly, let us see the most important interpersonal skill, body language. Yes, body language is the most important thing in interpersonal skills. Yes, verbal skills plays an important role in any kind of interaction, but mostly your body language plays a vital role in communication. So it is very important for one to understand his own body language and try to figure what others are trying to display with their body language. So let us see this. Body language also includes your hand gestures, eye movement, and different kinds of things. So let us see. Maintaining proper eye contact with other person helps in feeling them important, and they try to give their best when you are in contact with their eyes. And sometimes it is hand gestures. Also, how well you can use your hands in your communication plays an important role. Next thing, try to nod your head when you are talking with some other person. So it means it helps other person to understand whether you are listening to him or not. So it is absolutely important for you to nod your head in between the conversation. Just the next most important thing is listening abilities. Listening abilities are the key attributes of any kind of interaction, whether in social cues or in person to person. So practice active listening. Just don't sit like a dumb. Try to pay your attention and observance to the other person. It helps a lot of things in communication. So the most important thing I feel is when you are listening to other person, try to avoid the prejudiced opinions. Most of the times we have prejudiced opinions based on their dress, their body language, or their like most of the time superficial characteristics or their appearance and different kinds of things. Try to declutter your mind when you are listening to some other person. Just don't argue with them. Most of the times we try to interact in between. So try to resist the temptation of interaction in between the conversation, so that they feel let them complete the total conversation. And if you feel like giving your feedback, it is the most best thing. So try to give your feedback based on the conversation. Next most important thing is what is it? Sense of humor. Absolutely, you heard right. People are drawn to a person when they are able to laugh at their own self. Yeah, absolutely. Don't shy to be funny. Open up yourself when you're in social situations. It is absolutely important to be funny, but I say that don't be sarcastic, okay? Most of the times we try to be funny, but most of the times we just go sarcastic moments. So try to avoid those. Don't put others down to make the situation funny or more to make yourself prominent. So it is very important when you are in a social situation, don't put others down and don't do sarcastic things and comments. It just turns the situation worstly. So try to resolve conflicts. It's okay. Most of the times conflicts arise even in social situations or even in one-to-one person. Don't try to take stand on one particular group. Try to understand the situation and their own agendas, and then think according to the situation and try to resolve them. Just be empathetic. Being empathetic is the only thing that only humans can do. That no other creature on this planet can do such a kind of thing. Try to put yourself in others' shoes and try to understand the situation, how others are feeling, and try to give your answers or feedback according to that. Try to make them feel important. The most important thing is, do not ever complain. Just being a complainer or a whiner doesn't give you the solution of the problem. So just don't complain. If possible, take responsibility and try to solve the situation. Developing self-awareness is an important part and plays a vital role in your interpersonal effectiveness. Most of the times, our behavioral aspects are natural and we are unaware of the impact how it has on others, either in positive or negative manner. These live with blind spots that others do not want to mention to us. Either they are afraid of our reaction or they don't want to hurt our feelings. So if one can have the self-awareness about their habits, behaviors, their body language and different kinds of things, they try to maintain and develop those into positive aspects. So you can have this self-awareness by introspection or intravision, or like you can go to a professional, or sometimes you can ask your friends, family for suggestions and you can enhance them. If you once have these skills, you can easily develop your self-awareness and it helps you in your effective interpersonal skills. Smile. Smile is the most effective part of interpersonal skill. So try to smile whenever you meet with your colleagues or in conversations. It plays a dominant role. It gives you such a cheerful and positive outlook for your own self. Try to smile, not a lot, but okay. Maintaining simple smile on your face plays an important role always. Even in the difficult situations, try to have that smile on your lips. It cherishes on your face, absolutely. It radiates the positive energy across everybody around you. And the most important thing is, try to say hello first. Be the first person to say hi or hello, or to wish the other person, whether he or she may be your new acquaintance or your colleagues, your friends, with your superiors, in any kind of situations. No matter what it is, try to be the first person to say hello. Your self-confidence also plays a vital role in interpersonal skills. It helps you in taking stance during interactions and helps you mingle freely with other people. When in social situations, it is most important and effective part. Try to be confident and don't let your fears overcome your success. I feel that most of us things we do is due to fear. There are only two kinds of fears. I want to just mention about this in a short manner so that you can have a glance about that. Fears are all only of two types, normal and abnormal. The normal fears are created when we are born. But these abnormal fears are most of the times that the fears we are created them in our psychological manner. So like the fear of judgment, the fear of criticism and different kinds of things. So don't let your fear overcome your interpersonal skills. Try to develop these. In this age of information and technology, most of us spend our time in social media, either like via WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, or via different social platforms. It is important for us to have these abilities and skills to enhance our lives. So most of the times, movies, television shows, most of the times, either these videos have a different kinds of impact on us. So try to maintain these impacts on you and try to understand the imprints that have laid on your mind and try to overcome all these. Just be an active listener, pay attention towards others, try to give importance to others, try to understand them, be empathetic, be patient. Most of the times we don't listen to other people because we are not patient, and most of the times we have prejudiced opinions based on their dresses or I already told you about this, based on different kinds of things. So try not to have prejudices. Clear your mind, declutter your mind with all the nonsense or your own petty ideas, and listen to other person carefully and with patience. And having verbal eloquence is the most important thing. No matter what your age is, but having verbal eloquence projects an image of intelligence and maturity in any situation. Hold yourself firmly and try to be firm and be assertive. Never ever complain, do not criticize, do not condemn. You need to know this. Even though if the situation goes wrong or something went wrong, try to blame the situation, not the person. Stay your cool. And I already told you, no matter how hard you work or how brilliant your ideas are, if you cannot communicate with the people around you, there is of no use. So try to develop these kind of skills. The person with good verbal skills can easily interact with the other person. They can interact easily with the people. So if you are a kind of shy person, it will take time for you to enhance these skills. So be patient and try them. Whether it is just a moment to take decision, to make into action. So action speaks louder than words. Yes, I can say hundreds of things about these, but if you do not take action even of one thing that is useful for yourself, it is of no use. I already told you, only humans have these abilities, and if we have these abilities, how profoundly we are using is a question of matter. So try to analyze the situation. Monitoring your own behavior and other people's behavior is also plays a vital role. Most of the times people communicate by the uncommunicated, like with their hand gestures, their body language, their eye contact, their voice, with their tone, with their pace, and different kinds of things. It is absolutely important for you to understand what the ulterior motives of the other person, like the communicator. So be patient when you are listening to the other person. Try to let them complete their conversation, and if you have any feedback, give them genuinely. Try to be appreciative. Be genuine with your words of praise, and use the kind words of encouragement. When you encourage them, they try to give their best. And one more thing, say thank you to the person who appreciates you or complimented you. Don't ever go into depths why they should appreciate you or compliment you. And one more thing, try to say thank you to other person and make them feel important for their contribution. It is absolutely important for us to understand the other person in the situation. So just following some tips can help you and enhance your life in your social situations and in maintaining happy and healthy relationships. One more thing is teamwork. Absolutely. Teamwork is a major part in any company or any social situation. We all work together. Without a team, one cannot achieve any greater result without a team. So maintaining teamwork with such an eloquence is very important. Having eloquence in your verbal skills and your behavioral aspects is so important, and try to resolve conflicts. Most of the times when we are working together in a team, conflicts may arise, and try to control the situation. Don't take stances on either side. Just go to the teams individually and try to converse with them, and then if the situation is okay and the situation come down to cool, then meet those both parties and talk with them. It is a better manner. I feel like that. When both the parties are in anger, they are not going to listen to you, or they are not going to understand their own problems. So it is important for you to make them stay cool, and after the situation getting into cool, you can just take the stance and then support the situation, what is right and what is wrong. You can discuss about that. And mostly, I already told you, include your habits, attitudes, manners, appearance, and behavior plays an important role in developing your interpersonal skills. Try to enhance your self-awareness. Try to have introvision and introspection for yourself, and try to ask yourself some kinds of questions like, what is my likes, what are my habits, what are my dislikes, and different kinds of things. If you have, most of the times we face this fear of judgment and fear of criticism. Just try to avoid these things and project yourself completely and fully. Most of this say, try to open up yourself. Don't have that hesitation or inhibition within yourself, and try to accomplish the task with patience, persistence, and practice. How do you feel about today's session? Comment right below in this chat box, so I can know that if I can improve much more and I can give you much more information about different kinds of things. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment.